piece of work. So I said, what if, I take it from his inspiration and see how, my vision might evolve. So first I painted a big boulder here, meteorite, and eventually disappeared as the story goes. And a lot of stories, how my imagery evolves is, it's a conglomeration of personal experiences, and then what I hear from Google or media, and then what I see, what's happening in the world. So it's sort of like a personal and universal issues that all mixed together, and then so all ingredients is in my kitchen. And when I did this painting, my partner was Linda, and we were pretty much interested in having a baby, and then we didn't have luck to have a baby earlier. So finally we decided to go for IVF, and then lucky enough that Eve Teraoka came out. So when actually I painted this before Eve was born, and as soon as she was born, I started feeling, having a baby is a fantastic experience. So sort of, okay, Eve plays with Linda's huge bra, as if this is a huge toy. And then when Eve was 1 year old, she entered as a Halloween costume contest in Kala Mall, and Linda came up with this idea. Let's get her the Pope's costume. and this is totally, against the Benedict you expect, right? So I said, oh, that's great, we should do it. So of course. And then I was also visualizing, okay, how Eve would look like within 5 years. So I kind of guessed like this. And then what I was doing is painting in the morning like this. And Eve used to come over here, and then color a little bit. And then eventually, when she became a year and a half year old, she said, "Can I paint?" Okay. So I gave her a little square. Yeah, you can paint here. Yes. So actually she did. I didn't want to discourage her, No, you cannot paint. So anyway, she came and painted. And so we have, matching shoes. And okay, now this is sort of curious tool here, but when I have a body sharp injury, like 20 years ago or something, it's been bothering me so much, but I had to go to a chiropractor and said, hey, I have this shoulder problem. And he said, Masami, you wouldn't believe. Take this, what do you call it? I forgot the name of it. But, take this and then do, light exercise for 1 month and come back. It's amazing. So I didn't believe it. He must have joked. And so anyway, I did exercise as he, instructed. And then a month later, it's gone. Actually, I couldn't believe it, so I never really went back to him. So to me, it's a miracle too. And I said, well, it's a miraculous thing, so I better be able to paint it in my painting. It means so much, you know. I mean, it's a little robe, but to you, it doesn't mean anything. But to me, it means a lot. So, you know, life is like this. I mean, anything, you know, sometimes everybody has a totally different interpretation of one little thing. You know, to me, that little thing means a lot, so I painted. And now, why, you know, Iranian woman is over here is this. When Green Revolution in Iran, that was like 5 years ago or so. When the Green Revolution was happening, my friend, who is an artist, she organized my early work solo show during the revolution. And so actually right next to, you know, Tehran University, and then all war was going on. My show was the only one lasted in the during the war. I mean, that's what I was told. So anyway, my friend, Iranian woman, is a very heroic woman to me. That, you know, if I don't tell you anything, you wouldn't know what's, you know, behind this story, right? But she is so courageous. Actually, she was caught by soldiers and then put the bag in her head and then pushed it into the truck with his boyfriend, American boyfriend, was with her. The both of them put in the little hood, and they couldn't see anything, so they put in the detention.
Yeah.
And then, but somehow they were lucky enough that they got out. And after they got out from the detention, they felt so dangerous, and then they had to leave the gallery about a week, and they came back, and then again they realized that all police are coming daily base, but this curator and artist, you know, took all this police. She could sense, oh, this guy is police, or this guy is not police. So, you know, she took the police. Here's, you know, Masami's show here and there, and then started the tea, and somehow the gallery was not closed down. So that's very interesting to me. But, you know, it's I had met this courageous Iranian woman who actually, you know, risked her life. I don't believe it. And the reason was that she said, you know, Masami, you know, these early work, she meant like 31 flavors, ice cream, and then hamburgers invading Japan kind of imagery that she said, Masami, this is what's happening right now in Iran, that I want you to have, you know, early work show. Even, you know, it could be just a reproduction of it. It makes sense to her. So I said, okay, if you like, definitely, I'm all for it. So anyway, she went, but she had risked her life. That was totally insane. I mean, you know, amazing experience. So she has, you know, powerful, predominant position in this competition. And then, so the top. Okay, now this woman has a priest costume, as you can say, uniform. And then this Japanese woman, and they are a gay couple. And this woman is not impregnated by abusive priest. So this Japanese girl and this woman decided to be a same-sex marriage. And they went for IVF process, and then she's pregnant. So a lot of things that, my own personal experience that we had to go through IVF. And so that whole story, it inspired me to paint like this. And then, that's where Pope Francis is. Do you recognize Pope Francis? He said, Masami, we have all sexuality preference sort of issues in the whole world, and we have messy understanding of human sexuality. The reason is, or was, or has been, this Ken doll doesn't have a penis. Actually, I never had an understanding of Barbie doll culture up until Eve, Barbie dolls. She can treat Barbie dolls so roughly and take, legs and head. I cannot believe. I don't know where she learned this, but she can take it. So when I was watching, that's interesting, I never really had that kind of culture. It's definitely, it's a, heavy weight in this, young girls and young children's mind. So anyway, the more I watched Eve, I said, I should really put something, Barbie doll or Ken doll, whatever. So Ken doll ended up here. And so actually, Pope Francis, I'm pretty much, open to the gay couple. Here's a gay couple. And then this gay couple, it's very related to the director of this this museum. I didn't want to paint, his face, but the inspiration has been in my mind for a long time. But just, meeting the director and then his sort of a concept, and also he and his partner adopted a daughter. I think that's pretty amazing. To me, amazing thing is that, not only the director and his partners and the daughter, they are amazing, but also this community is amazing. We are open to the whole concept of equality, the same-sex marriage, and gay rights. I think it's an amazing place. And this is why I'm able to paint and having my show here too. So I feel I'm so lucky that you all are supportive of this show, and thank you very much. Thank you.
So who's the blonde right there? The blonde on the right corner?
Oh no, it's the blonde.
The blonde. This person? Yeah.
This?
Yeah. What does it say? Special story or special story behind it?
No, this is a straightforward sex abuse issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then when I painted, I kind of knew that Apple is going to come up with this. Whether
I watch
something. It's done a long time ago.
And the octopus, what does it represent?
Oh, octopus actually. I have used octopus as a
like a female.
Japanese erotic, one of the erotic convention.
Oh.
That most of the Japanese artists who did woodblock prints, they did pearl diver and octopus theme. So in this case, I'm using octopus as a phallic symbol instead of octopus itself.
Okay, it's more like a sexual act
Yeah.
represent. And the Japanese woman represent
Japanese woman.
young woman.
Yeah, she actually, represent. She came to teach sexuality 101 to Pope in Vatican. Yeah, so that's what.
Like a geisha.
Yeah, right.
But you know, Masami, the Christian church has had problems, having problems, not with women, but with homosexuality. So I see very few men other than the priests here. I was expecting to see more men playing with priests, but you have a lot of women.
Yeah, because
This is unusual.
Well, the reason that I'm not too keen to paint men because I'm a man. So
Yeah, but this is not what's going on. What's going on is priests playing with boys,
yeah.
not with women. If they were playing with women, we'll all be very happy about it.
Because they always play with women.
No, I mean, priests play with boys, not with women.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But
You're helping them.
really?
Yeah, you're making them acceptable.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this. I have, I have only one who has Bishop of Pope with a boy. And every time I try to, paint pedophile with a boy, I just couldn't handle it. I just have to stop. So actually, I have painted and it never really
Finished.
lasted to the finishing point.
You have to toughen up yourself.
I'm sorry?
You have to toughen up yourself.
Oh, really?
You're helping them.
Really?
Yeah, because this is not what they do.
Yeah, but
they abuse boys.
Okay, so there are so many nuns and women who were abused, and then in my painting, what I like to bring out is the woman who depicted almost a predominantly woman here, and then they are thinking in terms of much more progressive sort of thinkers and then empowered women. So they have been, thinking or hoping that they would be able to come up to the equal level as a man. So that's what I'm,
Who's they?
Women I had depicted.
So you're making a male-female equality issue here.
Oh, definitely.
So where's the church then?
What's the
Where is the church?
Church?
Because they're all priests.
Church is
That's
sort of-
just a formality. It's just like underwear. It's a formality. What's inside the underwear? That's what matters. A triptych is just a middle-aged, medieval way of handling the altar, front and two sides. But the question is, what's in the altar? What's being depicted there? This is actually a normal heterosexual activity. It could be force. It could be force, but the issue is that most cases that we know of are of male priests imposing their authority on young boys. Most cases are about that, not about grown-up women playing up with grown-up men.
Masami, what's on the other side?
I'm sorry.
There's a baby.
No, on the other side. Do these close?
Flip.
Do these close?
On the other side?
Why don't you paint your own thing? Then you can.
Yeah. Yes. Don't be so tough and
I like what he's doing.
that's right.
Well, I think the ladies are very good looking.
Well, we don't want your opinion.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah. He's so tough.
Could you help me to open the chart? Because I'm too short. Actually, it's a phallic symbol that erected Venus. you could interpret that way.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not the way I usually depict woman and girl diver.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Thanks.
Oh, welcome. So actually, you can see this time the history will be role reversal. So the Pope is going to eat apple and see, how the new phase of our history will go, evolve. So that's what this whole couple is. And as I mentioned, that pink smoke conclave issue, that pink pussy member Nadia and then Momotaro-san are going to protest. And so that's a part of the whole image.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you paint one of these pieces, is the whole piece in place already with the framing and everything in place? Or are the panels separated when you first painted it? Or
Actually, the process has changed. First, I used to have panels unmounted. Mm-hmm. And then while I was doing that, somehow more advantageous for me to have panels already mounted in the frame.
with the frames on it?
Yeah. So I think that's because, the relationship with the frame, gold leaf frame, and then panel is a brown gesso surface.
Yeah.
And then, when I have panels separate from frame, and it's difficult to gauge.
I can see that.
Because
the word extends from panel to panel too.
Yeah. So eventually I said, okay, all panel has to be mounted first before I start painting. So that's the way it happens.
Mm-hmm. So that thing on top, the apple, a little red cap that the priests wear, the person with the green face.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? The apple, or the red cap that woman's wearing?
Oh, that's a cardinal usually have.
Cardinals.
Oh, so that's a kind what the cardinal's cap.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So the role reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Masami,
Yeah.
how often are you painting here on site? Doing it on a regular basis, or?
So this week, I've been here from Tuesday through Friday.
You come every day?
Yeah,
you will be
something like
coming every
that.
day?
Yeah, going to school. Going to art school.
In the afternoons, when do you come?
Yeah. Like I'll be here around 1:30, and then stay until 4. But those are sort of like, it's up to very much of a personal.
Sure, how you feel
Yeah.
about the day.
But public event is second and the fourth Sunday.
I see.
Yeah, 2 to 3, right? Yeah. But thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Well, somebody has to help me to open it.
No, I just stay in front. Just like that.
Hold it.
I have to sound that you no, hello.
Hi. How are you?
It's so beautiful inside and outside. Thank you for spending all this time. I don't know if these people want to realize what a fabulous international treat for international artists like this, for you to take your time with us.
Well, actually, I feel this particular show in Hawaii, once these works shipped to mainland, they probably won't come back. You know what I mean? No kidding, because, so actually, this is, first and the end, sort of.
Well, you do such a beautiful job. Even those people, if you can evoke that kind of emotion and that kind of feeling in people that are not seeing exactly, if you can evoke that, which you did today, it's fabulous. That's fabulous. But no, it's fabulous that these arts move people, whether it's here or there. Yeah, I think that's
Picasso said, I don't take pictures to create a whole.
Well, I would think something better starting this.
Yes. You're not playing this to make a whole credit.
Hẹn một khi cái nào xong mà